What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back at another YouTube video. And in today's video we're going to be doing Bad Batch episode number 9. Episode number 9 Bounty Lost review here on the channel today. So yeah, another week, another episode of the Bad Batch. Before we get into this, I just want to say disclaimer, spoilers for the Bad Batch episode number 9 and pretty much the whole Bad Batch season so far. Spoilers for that coming up. So if you don't want to see spoilers, definitely just click off the video right now and come back later if you want and watch it again. Or it's totally up to you. But anyways, let's get into it. So another episode. Another week, another episode. Bad Batch is now on episode number 9. We have about four more episodes. 4 more episodes to go. I believe it's a 14 episode show, I think. So we're very nearing the end of the show, and I have some updates and interesting things. First of all, let's go through the episode and let's just quickly talk about it. So the episode quickly comes after the aftermath of the last episode, where Omega was captured by Cad Bane and the droid. I can't remember the droid's name is, but Cad Bane. She was pretty much captured by them, and we know that he was hired by the Kaminoans to capture and bring her back to them. We kind of got some stuff about Omega as well. We saw the Bad Batch were still on Baraka, and they were escaping Crosshair, and they ended up escaping. And then, Omega pulled some tricks, got out of Cad Bane's ship, and was running. And then Bad Batch, they came, and there's a little bit of a fight. And then, actually, Fennec Shand came back, and Cad Bane and Fennec Shand fought while Omega was trying to escape. And then we ended up seeing Bad Batch. They ended up coming and helping Omega, and they pretty much escaped. And yeah. So first of all, let's go over some key details from this episode. So we see Fennec Shand has came back. We've also got something to uncover, especially with the Kaminoans and the just the Omega character. So we figured out now that the Kaminoans look like they're trying to create a new clone army, pretty much, as they're kind of reserves to protect back Kamino because they don't exactly know what's going on with the Empire. And we've seen this in comics before too, where the Kaminoans actually stage an uprising against the Empire. It sometimes doesn't work, but I'm very interested, and hopefully we could see that in the Bad Batch TV show. We also realized Omega is a first generation clone, which, if you don't understand what that means, she's a full blooded clone that is in a similar way to how Boba Fett is with Jango Fett, in the instance that he's not modified that much or anything like that. So we figured that out. So Omega's kind of like Boba Fett's sister in a sense. So I'm very curious to see what's going on with that. And that even furthers the theory that the Kaminoans are trying to start an uprising against the Empire. That's what I'm personally thinking. I'm thinking that they want Omega to maybe start cloning more. Again, we saw Fennec Shand again, and then she was fighting Cad Bane. We also saw one of the Kaminoans and the Cad Bane was meeting up to pretty much trade Omega for money, pretty much bounty hunting. And we actually saw Fennec Shand kill the Kaminoan, and I think it was the Prime Minister. So that's interesting as well to see what's going on with the Kaminoans, because maybe that could blow a hole in their whole plans. Because again, the Prime Minister is a big part in their society and stuff. So there's that, of course. We also saw Fennec Shand didn't really care to be giving Omega to the Kaminoans, which is something I found very curious as well. Is what's going on with Fennec Shand, because Fennec Shand doesn't seem like she's wanting to give Omega to the Kaminoans. I think she wants to give him to somewhere else or do something else with her. So I'm very curious to see what's going on with Fennec Shand's character. I'm not going to describe her as like an anti-hero, but you could definitely get hints of maybe she's not a totally bad person in the fact that she's like a bounty hunter that's pretty much hunting for people and stuff like that. So there's that aspect of a character, and I think it's pretty interesting. Hopefully it'll tie together with the Mandalorian later on. We could also tell from the meeting between Cad Bane and Fennec Shand that Fennec Shand is a more of a younger, is like just started bounty hunting. So I think that's pretty interesting as well. I think that's an interesting piece of her character. Uh, Another thing to do mention too was the fact that they were talking about Boba Fett, which leads me to believe maybe we could end up seeing Boba Fett eventually in the show, which I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, Boba Fett around this time would probably be, my guess, early 20s, late tens, I would say, maybe like 19, 18 years old. He'll be old enough to the point where he's probably on his own right now, or still pulling jobs with like Aura Singh and Bosk and stuff. Which maybe perhaps he's like starting to grow out of that. Personally, I really hope we end up seeing those characters, because seeing Cad Bane kind of got me thinking of maybe they'll do some conclusions for some of these Clone Wars characters that we've seen in here that uh didn't really get arcs that we're supposed to get in the Clone Wars show. Maybe it'll continue to this show, but of course that wouldn't happen. But maybe they'll adapt it in a different way. So I'm curious to see what's going on with Cad Bane. I hope we see him again. Uh, in terms of endpoint of the show, I have no clue what the endpoint is right now. They could go back to Camino. I have no clue what's going on, but I fully well expect maybe a battle between the Bad Batch and Crosshair and those clones. So I'm kind of expecting that to happen now. Maybe even Kaminoans. Who knows? Maybe the Bounty Hunters will fight too. Maybe Trace and Rafa, and maybe even Rex. But anyways, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen next episode, so I'm completely gonna be surprised. We'll see. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.